Hey everybody, Varun here from Language Academy. Guys, I've got Anand with me today, one of our Parramatta campus students, and now he was studying online. 85 overall with a perfect 19 speaking, 82 listening and writing, 84 reading. Congratulations, Anand. Very well done.
Thank you, Varun. Thank you very much.
Very first thing I remember, you were struggling a bit. You were finding reading section, especially a bit hard, right? You started your journey with us. You were on 67 in reading, now
Reading.
84 in reading, almost an increase of 17 points. What do you think you did, or what do you think you changed or worked on which helped you to get this particular score?
All right. So, like when come to the reading, everyone think about fill in the blanks and the reorders, but no one knows read aloud will also give the marks and also the summarized written text. So you know everything. Like you know everything about the PTE exam, but you don't know which area to focus to get the marks in which module. So that's where so prior to Language Academy, I was completely focusing on fill in the blanks. But when I came to Language Academy, then I came to know, no, fill in the blanks is not only the one which contribute to the reading. I should also focus on read aloud. I should also focus on summarize written text. But when you go to read aloud and summarize written text, everyone think it's a simple task. So what is there? It's just a passage you need to read that is shown on the screen. But no one practices that. Yeah. So even I also thought the same way. So what is there in read aloud? You just read the paragraph which is shown on the screen. But when you start practicing, so that is one question type that I'm more focused on again. And even with the summarized written text, so even everyone think like summarize written text, it's a simple task. You need to do like the above passage and write it in the 7. But there is still the strategies that we need to apply even in the summarize written text as well. So that's where these all strategies I came to know only when I joined Language Academy. Yeah.
So what I think is, it's more not just about practicing, it's more about understanding the exam.
Understanding. Yes.
That where you need to hit to get the score, because students, they keep on practicing blanks. That's very important, but at the same time you cannot ignore read alouds and summarize written text, because they'll contribute around 40% of your reading scores.
That's true.
Very important. And another thing which Anand pointed out is read aloud and summarize the written text. We often think that there's nothing much to do here, so we don't practice. But when you practice, then you come to know that yes, you're making a mistake or making a few mistakes over there as well. So you need to make sure you do not ignore anything. Focus on each and everything. Each and everything is equally important, and make sure when you practice, you can practice a few tasks a bit more. You can spend a bit more time, but it shouldn't be the case that you're not practicing one thing at all and then you're just practicing one thing all of your time. So make sure you understand the marking criteria and do not ignore anything. You have attended the reading grammar sessions, you have attended them online as well. How helpful are those, and how do they prepare you for the test?
So so when coming to these grammar classes, they're really very helpful, because after attending the grammar classes only I came to know like where to use the has, where to use the hand, where to use the have. So these are all like singular, plural, when the noun is so that kind of basic things. So when questions which mostly depend on the grammar, so these grammar classes will really help those type of questions. And writing each and every word meaning when you practice the fill in the blanks, so that also really helped a lot.
Because see what happens, subconsciously we know where to use has and have, but practically we don't really know that has goes with singular or with plural. So when you practice and you note down the rules, then when you have to solve them in the exam, it makes it very easy for you.
Yes, exactly. So that kind of questions, I got 2 questions in exam, so where grammar played a very important role in those 2 questions.
That's correct. That's correct. And that is why I always emphasize, doesn't matter what happens, please do not miss the reading grammar sessions. Very important. You will not realize in a single day that they're helping you, but over a period of time, over a period of 2 to 3 weeks, you'll see the improvement.
I used to have like all those grammar rules on my wall. Have it, and so when you see those rules, whenever you practice each question, so
Yes.
which rule is getting applied over there.
Yeah. So that's the level
every day morning, go through the rules once again. So
yes.
like, okay, this is the rule 1, rule 2, rule 3. Yeah, and even with the
I
reorder
love that.
paragraphs. Yeah, and even with the reorder paragraphs, the repeated reorder videos, which also helped a lot.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's right.
so out of those repeated one, I got 2 repeated questions from the exam.
Reorders. That's excellent. That's great to hear. Plus, this is the level of dedication. All the rules up on the wall, reading them every morning. When you read them every morning, after 2 to 3 days, everything is going to be on your fingertips. You're not even going to forget a single thing.
Yes.
You have to play smart. Very, very proud you played smart and got your PT out of the way. Last thing I would like to ask you, how important a mock test and how do mock tests prepare you for the test?
So yeah, so basically you know everything about the exam, but so when you write the complete mock test, then so you know the score, but someone has to tell where you're lacking. So after analyzing the score by the LA team, so then I like 𝗏𝗵𝗂 has helped me in that score analysis, and she gave me the guidance about what kind of questions I need to focus on. Like the day one, without any practice, when I joined the LA, on the first day itself, I have written one mock with a prior experience.
Yep.
So where I got 68 overall. And then after when I met you, you gave me the feedback about that score, and then you told me to focus on the read aloud and the summarized written text, and then practice. After 1 week, my score went to 76, and then and then after that, after like 5 mocks, so each and every mock I used to get the feedback from the tutors who were available in the institute, and after that, from 6th mock, I used to get all above the 80s. So writing the mocks and getting the feedback from the tutors about which area to focus on in the next week for the next week. So focus on that area and then give the mock, then get the feedback. That's really I have written almost like 15 mocks.
That's what one thing which I like is what most of the students do is they just do a mock test and then do a mock test and then do a mock test. But what you did is took a mock test, worked on your mistakes, took another mock test next week, and you made sure there's improvement. So it's very important that you don't just take a mock test to take a mock test. You take a mock test to improve your scores and overcome your weakness. And if you do so, you are going to crack your test. Anand, any final piece of advice for students out there preparing for the exam, missing out by a few points, not really sure what to do, or sitting in the 70s, around 71, 72, any advice for them?
So, yeah, the only advice that I give is keep regular in touch with the team, LA team. So follow the guidance that they provide you, follow the feedback that they give you, and work on the mistakes that you have prior, and don't repeat the same mistake in the next mocks. And writing like taking all the notes, like as you said many times, in terms of filling the blanks. So even have the fill in the blank spelling list. So that also really helped.
That's right. That's right. Very important. You work smart rather than just working hard. Practice, take feedback, and take a few mock tests. Make sure every mock test you analyze your mistakes and don't repeat the same mistake in your test. And you are going to crack your exam. Thank you and all the very best, Anand.
Thank you.
That's it from this video, guys. Remember this thing: if Anand has done it, if I have done it, you can do it as well. But you need to have a plan in place. Take mock tests, make sure what mistakes you're making, work on the mistakes, and then go for another test. Make sure you take all the rules, write them down, have a look at rules while practicing. Plus, make sure you never miss the grammar session. If you do so, you are 120% going to get your score. Varun from Language Academy, I'll see you very soon.